US President Donald Trump announced that India will be paying a 25% tariff from the 1st of August. He also noted that New Delhi will have to pay additional penalty due to its oil and military purchase from Russia in the face of ongoing war in Ukraine. In a post on Truth Social, Trump noted that despite being friends, India and US have done relatively little business. Trump said, and I quote, "Remember, while India is our friend, we have over the years done relatively little business with them because their tariffs are far too high, among the highest in the world, and they have the most strenuous and obnoxious non-monetary trade barriers of any country." The US president further added, and I quote, "Also, they've always bought a vast majority of their military equipment from Russia and are Russia's largest buyer of energy along with China at a time when everyone wants China to stop killing in Ukraine. All things not good. India will therefore be paying a tariff of 25% plus a penalty for the above starting 1st of August. Thank you for your attention to this matter. MAGA," says President Trump. Now, in a separate post, Trump said that US has a massive trade deficit with India. Last week, US Senator Lindsey Graham had warned that Trump would impose stern tariffs on countries that continue to purchase oil from Russia, name-dropping India, China, and Brazil. He said that these countries purchase 80% of cheap Russian oil, which keeps Vladimir Putin's war machine going. President Trump is going to put a 100% tariff on all those countries, punishing them for helping Putin. Senator Graham added that President Trump is going to put a 100% tariff on all those countries, punishing them for helping Putin. NATO chief Mark Rutte had also warned countries engaging in trade and business with Russia, warning of 100% tariffs and more sanctions focusing on India, China, and Brazil, as he called on 3 countries to halt trade. India-US trade deal also is impacted. The announcement comes after days of suspense over the tariff rate that the US president will impose on India. Earlier on Tuesday, Donald Trump had hinted that he may hit India with 20 to 25% tariff rate. However, he added that nothing had been finalized, and now the final announcement has come for a 25% tariff rate for India. In fact, he called India quote-unquote good friend, while reiterating that New Delhi levies more tariff on the US than almost any other country. Trump was further quoted as saying on board Air Force One that India has been a good friend, but India has charged basically more tariffs than almost any other country, and you just cannot do that. Earlier this month, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said that India does not enter into any trade agreement based on deadlines and will accept the proposed trade deal with US only when it is finalized, properly concluded, and in the national interest. In the Liberation Day announcements, where Trump had imposed sweeping reciprocal tariffs on countries across the world, India was supposed to pay a 26% tariff. However, amid increasing backlash, the US president had announced a 90-day halt on the tariffs, allowing countries time to crack a trade deal with Washington. As the deadline for the first extension came to an end on the 9th of July, he announced another extension till the 1st of August as India raced to finalize the trade deal with the United States.
You mentioned today that India, in addition to its 25% tariff rate, would pay an additional penalty because of its support of Russia. What is that additional penalty, and are other countries facing the same threat?
Well, we're negotiating right now, and it's also BRICS. You know, they have BRICS, which is basically a group of countries that are anti the United States, and India is a member of that, if you can believe it. It's an attack on the dollar, and we're not going to let anybody attack the dollar. So it's partially BRICS, and it's partially the trade situation. It's the deficit. We had a tremendous deficit. So, as you know, Prime Minister Modi is a friend of mine, but they don't do very much business in terms of business with us. They sell a lot to us, but we don't buy from them. You know why? Because the tariff is so high. They have one of the highest tariffs in the world. Now, they're willing to cut it very substantially, but we'll see what happens. We're talking to India now. We'll see what happens. It doesn't matter too much whether we have a deal or whether we charge them a certain tariff, but you'll know at the end of this week.